Motivation is notoriously fleeting. We get fired up on a Monday, but by Wednesday, we're often scrolling through our phones at midnight, wondering where that drive went. This drop-off stems from a specific feature of human psychology, our tendency to return to baseline behaviors. It's why Zig Ziglar famously argued that motivation must be treated exactly like bathing, as a daily requirement. Most people fall into a predictable cycle. We read a popular book on performance, experience an immediate surge in drive, and swear this week will be different. But without a specific system to maintain it, that initial energy fades within 48 hours, leaving us right back where we started. That cycle of excitement followed by failure is why internet skeptics often label the personal growth industry as a grift. On platforms like Reddit, you'll see users dismiss the field as a collection of recycled information that offers no real value to the average person. This raises a question about where the failure actually lies. Is the information itself flawed, or is the problem our expectation that reading a book acts as a permanent cure? We tend to treat growth like personal surgery, a dramatic, one-time intervention that permanently fixes a problem. The unsexy reality is that success looks a lot more like personal hygiene. It requires mundane, repetitive, and strictly daily maintenance. Translating temporary inspiration into permanent behavioral change requires us to redefine personal growth. Rather than a weekend event, it effectively functions as a localized daily hygienic practice. To understand the structure of that daily practice, we can look at a study conducted by the High Performance Institute and UC Santa Barbara. This research tracked the habits of more than 174,000 participants worldwide. The researchers found that long-term success is not a byproduct of innate raw talent. Instead, it is determined by a specific set of measurable behaviors that anyone can adopt. This diagram outlines those exact behaviors. It shows the 6 specific habits required for high performance, divided into 2 categories, personal and social. On the left side, we see the 3 internal personal habits required to sustain individual drive. High performers consistently seek clarity about their goals, intentionally generate physical and mental energy, and raise the psychological necessity to perform well. On the right side, we find the 3 social habits required for outward impact. They actively increase their productivity, develop influence with others, and demonstrate courage in the face of risk. These 6 habits move the needle more than any other personal efforts, but simply memorizing them creates an implementation gap. Knowing the habits without a system to execute them is like reading a manual about a toothbrush without ever actually standing at the sink. Converting that static knowledge into a functional routine requires a specific architectural bridge. The Growth Day platform was designed to act as that bridge, turning high-performance theory into a daily shower routine. The platform centers on a growth loop, a cyclical system of awareness, goal setting, and tracking. It's designed to keep you advancing toward your goals through small, repeated actions. The loop begins with the daily fire, a short audio message designed to set the psychological tone for the morning. This provides the initial hit of motivation required to start the routine. Next, the system uses prompt-based journaling and planning tools. These force you to actively practice the habits of clarity and productivity by documenting your intentions and processing your daily goals. Then comes the life scores mechanic. This requires users to self-assess their execution of all 6 high-performance habits every day, creating a data-driven picture of their growth. To keep you accountable, the app gamifies the routine through streaks. This creates a psychological incentive to maintain your baseline habits, as the visual momentum of a streak becomes genuinely addictive. This closed-loop system is built on the observation that consistency regularly beats intensity. Broad global transformation relies entirely on localized, mundane repetition. The outcomes of this daily practice are reflected in the data. This chart shows that the high-performance indicator is directly predictive of higher life satisfaction, better work quality, and increased income. These daily fundamentals scale all the way to the elite ultra tier of high-achieving professionals. Even at the highest levels of business and sport, the focus remains on these core habits. Brendan Burchard, the architect of this system, coaches these exact fundamentals to top CEOs and athletes. He has built a career showing that the world's most successful people don't find a secret shortcut. They just master the basics. Leaders at the top of their game do not abandon the fundamentals. They simply execute the daily shower of performance habits with extreme, unwavering discipline. Achieving a global impact isn't the result of a one-time surge of inspiration. It requires treating the blueprint of success as a non-negotiable daily hygiene practice.